everybody. It is Thursday, November 3rd, 2022. This is a story I have to tell about the successful eBay appeals. So to go back a little bit on some history here, these both happened on one of the accounts under my husband's name. This account was top rated and had dropped below standard, which if you are an eBay seller, you know how bad that is. One of the defects was a late shipment defect, which would be on me as a person who does the packaging and shipping. I don't usually worry about those if we get one, because it's like 1 or 2 a year maybe, and there shouldn't be other defects, right? Like, we're not doing anything wrong, so like things should just be good. There shouldn't be anything to worry about, but there was that. One woman bought 2 items. The block settings weren't working over the summer, so one lady was able to buy 2 items about a week apart and scammed us. Claimed, saying they arrived melted. A photo and a die-cast metal car arrived melted because it was so hot in Texas. Anyways, it turned into a big thing. She lost her one case, and then the second case was just waiting for a tracking update because, like I said, things were about a week apart on these orders. So yeah, the case was on hold with eBay. They never should have closed it. They even admitted they screwed up because, like, I couldn't have it closed, so why could she? eBay fucked up. But yeah, they wouldn't do anything. They wouldn't fix it. Stuck with that defect. There was I think a negative feedback on there at the moment that the evaluation came out that we were still waiting to get removed. It was on there for a couple days. So that hurt. And then I think one of these first cases, this first case was on there. This is one of the ones I was still trying to appeal because it took almost a month. So let's just get into the story. So appeal case number 1. Buyer sent a $350 offer on an item. We accept it. He didn't pay right away, and with eBay settings, immediate payment settings, like he should have. So we sent a payment reminder the next morning. He said he was waiting on eBay to verify his identity or something, so he was hoping within a couple days. But his account wasn't so new that he should have been at that point. Like, that should have already been done. So I didn't really believe that, but like, I was trying to help the guy out, right? And I said, well, have you like submitted all the stuff that eBay needs? And he flipped the fuck out. Like, I'm legitimately trying to help just in case, but yeah, he flipped the fuck out. So yeah, my suspicions were right. He was lying. He was full of shit. He says he doesn't want it. He says to cancel it. I don't cancel. We let people get the unpaid item strikes. So anyways, that was going on. But the next day, or later that day, he pays. So shipped the item. He received it, and a week later he said he didn't receive it. He lost that case because he obviously did. A couple weeks after that, he opens another case claiming not as described, and then said, I received the wrong item. If you actually did, you would say what that item was. You would have pictures of it. But of course, you're lying. So yeah, you're just going to say, wrong item. You got nothing. So yeah, I had to accept that return. He sent back an empty package. And we're pissed. So like and I'm mostly the one dealing with this. So I contact eBay and said, like, this is bullshit. Like, I want some protection. Like, for you to just say, we don't know what they sent back is ridiculous at this point, especially with such a paper trail of, changing a story, already losing a case, those messages he sent. Like, this is not acceptable. So they said, let the case close and then appeal it. So that's what we did. But almost a month and you only have like 30 days to appeal a case, but like almost a month goes by. I'm contacting them constantly. They keep saying they're sending it to appeals, but we never hear back. We never hear back. I think we requested a phone call at one point too that they never called back or anything on. But yeah, and time is ticking on this. And yeah, I think this is when this was open that evaluation came out that dropped us below standard. So yeah, time is of the essence. Like, we can't lose these accounts. Finally, I think or maybe it's that negative feedback hadn't come in yet. I don't think that actually come in yet. I think it's just these cases and that late shipment. But then feedback came in. I had to contact eBay. I actually got a good rep. She dealt with that. And I brought this up because like she seemed good. And she says, yeah, no, that isn't right. Said she was escalating it to appeals and was marking it as priority. And yeah, we had emails the next morning. So they said, give us your evidence. I got all that uploaded right away within a day. Like, it was instant. They took it, got the money back, which I don't think gets taken away from the buyer again. I think it comes out of eBay's pocket, which is bullshit. But we won. We got the money back on that. While that was kind of going on, another buyer bought an item. He sent an offer for $600, and we accepted on this item. Okay, so the first buyer, if anybody wants to know, is Bubby, BUBBI -8281. This second buyer is Cards Collector, CARDS COLLECTOR 22. So this guy sends an offer, we accept the offer, then he starts asking questions about insurance and tracking. Of course, it's going to be tracked. It's a $600 item, and I'm adding signature confirmation at that point too. Insurance is irrelevant because you can't do anything with that. But in the States, they can. If an item is shipped within the United States, apparently the receiver can claim the insurance on that and get paid out, which is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard. America, what? No surprise, right? But yeah. So once I found that out, it made sense why over the years I've gotten so many messages from people who ask about insurance, tracking insurance, and I say, yeah, like it'll be trackable, but no, I don't insure packages. I package properly. Nothing's ever been lost. Nothing's ever been damaged. So why would I spend extra money on insurance? It's not necessary, and that'd be my risk. If something happens, you're returning a busted item for full refund. So that's a me problem, not a buyer problem. And so many buyers, when they get told that, well, if it's me, I'm like, yes, you're correct. I'm a buyer, and this is not my problem. But yeah, I get the scam, and it's not. They're not really scamming sellers. I guess sellers pay for the insurance, but it's more of a scam against the United States Postal Service. And these are the same people bitching about shipping costs, right? So, anyways, this guy's asking about insurance. Some red flags are going off with this communication. So I actually did insure it. Like I said, I never insure it, and it costs an awful lot to insure $600. I think it was probably almost $50 to insure, extra to insure that package. But yeah, just in case, just the way things have been going on eBay this year, I figured, if he does try to claim something and I lose an eBay case, I'll go get an insurance payout and they can go fucking deal with them. Yeah, so he pays, we ship, he gets the item. This is late September, he gets it early October, and about a week later, I think it's Thanksgiving weekend, he sends him, he opens a case, or no, he's there with messages. So he's messaging Steve, asking about, and this is when we got hit with COVID. The whole month of October is a fucking write-off. I was extremely sick that weekend. My husband didn't have it as bad. But yeah, at this point I'm still super sick. So he's sending messages, and he's asking all these questions, right? That Steve, he's asking about the authentication process, which Steve knows nothing about, right? And this goes through my company. Like I went all through this. So Steve says, email me, right? And he does. This guy actually does. And he says, he just like asked who signed it or something. And keep in mind, like the item's showing, the COA is showing that has everybody listed on it. But I was just like, yeah, no, it's signed by all these people, and I listed everybody off. Like, but I missed one person when I was naming everybody off because like I'm fucking sick, right? And like this is so ridiculous. Like all the questions he asked Steve, he did not ask me. He asked me who else signed it. So I answered the question. I missed one person because I was so sick and unfocused. But he never comes back to like question that. That's all I hear from him. Then he goes back to Steve and he's just like, yeah, this is obviously fake because I contacted them and this is what they said and they didn't name this person. Their name is on the fucking COA, buddy. Like, come on. Like, and really, if that's your argument, then you got a bonus autograph. It's dumb fuck, like honestly. So, plus it could also be something like somebody buys something and then adds people to it, right? Like I could have just added people to that because I don't think, we were just at a convention. I could have even added more people to that, right? Anyways, so the guy's an idiot. Won't communicate any further. Just it's like he got the answer he wanted. If he found an opportunity, he was taking it. So he opens a claim. Claims not as received. Opens a return request. I have to send him money. So he gets sent $22 to return the package. It said delivered at like it said out for delivery at like 10:30 and then delivered at like 11 a.m., which is like 3 hours before we get our mail delivery. So that was a huge red flag that we never received this package that wasn't actually sent to our house. And sure enough, there was nothing in the mailbox. So again, we can gather evidence and we can submit this to eBay. Before you ask about postal code, we don't have that in Canada. It'll just say delivered to our city, and eBay won't enforce the postal code thing here. They used to. We had one with that a couple times, but not anymore. So anyways, so it's back to the same thing, right? Like the case closes, and I don't even think we'd really contacted eBay at this point because we were sick. I think it just went to the thing and we were going to appeal again. I feel like we had, I don't know, again, like I was so sick. I really don't even remember what the fuck happened. I don't think we would have just let it close. Somebody had to have contacted eBay somewhere in there. Anyways, case closes. We go into appeals. The appeal, they send this through right away. The negative feedback that this asshole left was removed instantly. I did the automated thing, and within minutes, eBay had removed that because the guy was full of shit. And the appeal, they're like, yeah, we're accepting that right away. So they sent it to the appeals department. So this is the point where you think we would have got the email that says, give us your evidence. We got an email saying your appeal has been granted. Here's your $600 back. They didn't even ask for the fucking evidence that we never got it back. They just granted it. And, we did talk to eBay. Yeah, I talked to eBay. I remember this now because they said they were investigating him. They were going to do something. And I was just like, yeah. Like, it's the general thing. But she said something else in there. Like, don't say anything to him. Like, it's a silent investigation. And I was like, yeah, you always say that. You never actually do. But then she said something else. Oh, I wonder if I can find the chat transcript, maybe in another video. But she did something that made me go, oh, are they actually? It was weird. And then, combine that with the fact that they never asked for the evidence. They just granted this appeal like a week or 2 weeks after the last appeal. Like, it was crazy. I could not believe it. So obviously this cards collector guy, Cards Collector 22, has a pretty bad history with eBay. So if you sell like sports cards, miscellaneous collectibles, this was an autographed item. But yeah, I would block this fucking guy. Yeah, I almost forgot. I need to go to PayPal and dispute the money, that $22 that we sent him for the shipping, because fuck that guy. But yeah, that's the story. So yeah, if you need to appeal something with eBay, like if you lose a case or you lose a return, fight them on it. Demand they let you send you. Demand they let you send them evidence. Fuck. Yeah. Brain damage. Good times. Okay. So anyways, that's the story. That's the video. Thanks for watching. If you have questions, comment eventually. I'll probably look at comments. But yeah, thanks. Bye.